What's going on, guys? It's your boy Isaiah here with the card guys on the team channel with a reboot announcer deck profile. So this leader obviously just got announced on my own personal channel, but we're here to talk about kind of what I wanted this deck to do and kind of like my thought process behind building it. This is really just a rough draft. You can definitely take this deck in many other directions, but I kind of, first started off looking at everything, and this is just where I've kind of ended off for now. But you can definitely change it and alter it to, your own play styles and how you want to play the deck for sure. So let's first start off with the leader and what he does. You can't play any non-World Tournament battle cards or multicolor cards in your deck. This is fair. This is fine. The another permanent is you treat World Tournament cards in all areas as if they had no specified cost, and you ignore any leader card color requirements on World Tournament card skills. So essentially, for this specific version of the deck, this is allowing us to play the Hercule and Pan Proudest combo. Originally, you would only be able to do this with the Oob leader because your leader had to be blue, but since our leader now ignores that, we're able to play that combo. They changed the auto to when this card attacks, draw one. If not, this deck would have generated way too much advantage, and I think that was a fine change. The Awaken is when your life is at 4 or less, you may untap 2 energy and flip this card over. The backside is the announcer, the pro commentator returns. Same permanent, so you still ignore the specified cost. You still ignore the leader color requirements. You still draw 1 card when you attack. But the new activate main is once per turn. For 1 energy, you can pick 1 World Tournament card in your battle area. So let's hypothetically say you pick the Test of Strength Son Goku, or you pick the Hercule Proudest Grandpa. If you pick any one of those, you can choose a battle card from your hand with the card name in that chosen card skill text. So essentially what this allows you to do is tap 1 energy. If you have the Proudest Grandpa in your battle area, you can pick the Proudest Grandpa, and this allows you to play the Proudest Daughter from your hand for 1 energy. So meaning you'll be able to draw 2 cards and then at the end of your turn untap an energy. This is really, really strong. Obviously you can use this for the final showdown combo if you have enough energy, or you could even use this for the Vegeta and Goku Jr. combo. So that's really, really dope. Onto like the main deck, one real tech choice, because you can only play 2 secret rares out of this entire deck. You can play either the secret rare Goku Oob, or you can play the card that I have in here, which is the Vegito secret rare, the Unison, that just came out. So it is a ultimate double strike. It's 25k Unison, so you can play this, and it's black, so you can play this for 1 energy. The permanent, unfortunately, is you can't attack unless you have more. If you have 2 or fewer markers, you can't attack with this card, so you're not attacking with it unless you have 3 or more markers, which is fine. I don't think you should be able to play a 1-drop 25k double striker and be able to attack with it. The +1 marker skill, essentially you pick a card in your energy, put it to the drop area, and then take a card from your drop area and put it into your energy. And the reason why we play this specific secret rare is because we can play all 4 colors, or 5 technically, but all 4 colors, so we're able to do the ultimate fairly soon, maybe on turn 4 if we need to. The ultimate is you tap 1 red, it's a +0 plus or minus 0 marker skill. You activate main, you tap 1 red, blue, green, and yellow, and you draw 3 cards. This card gains +15, making it 40, and it gains triple attack, so it'll be a double strike, triple attack, 40k that draws you 3 cards, and your opponent can only activate 1 more counter skill for the rest of the turn. So it's pretty much one of your win conditions out of the other 3 or 4 that you have. Next up, we have the Play-by-Play Pro. So this card is, dual usage. It's a counter. It also, on your turn, if you play it, it draws 2 cards. Really, really great card. Probably one of the best cards in the deck. Announcer Ever Curious. This is our top 7 searcher. When you play it, you look at the top 7, add a World Tournament card to your hand. So you pretty much have 90% of the deck that you can search from. 3 power bursts. It allows us to basically add our Play-by-Play Pro, so it's either 2 negates or it's a negate plus a draw 2, so that's really, really dope. The Awakening Talent Pan, we needed a 1-drop that could help us self-awaken. It's searchable by the Ever Curious and the Dende, so this card is fine. The Dende Power Booster, the Astute Savior. This card is hands down the heart of the deck. This is the only real way this deck functions, in my opinion. So essentially, when you play it, you get to warp a 5 or less World Tournament card from your deck, and then during your next turn, you get to add it to your hand, and then the activate main is tap 2. You can warp a 3 or less World Tournament card from your hand, and then at the start of your next turn, you get to play it. So this is really, really great. It helps you set up for a lot of combinations of cards to play, but realistically, we're using this to add our Videl power booster to our hand, or we're using it to add like a test of strength, you know, Goku or an Oob, or really just find any missing pieces that we're looking for in the deck. Next up, we got 4 Senzu Beans. We're playing a lot of blue cards. Senzu Bean is really effective in our deck. We can do a lot of stuff with Senzu Bean in this. Next up is a card that you may not have seen or may not have ever even known was a card. This is the Master Roshi. I think he's a master martial artist. So essentially what he does, he is a self-awakened card. So we can search it with our Dende, we can search it with our Ever Curious. He came out in a power booster. He's a yellow target for the Vegito, but when he comes into play, we take a life, and then we can tap 1 energy to take a life and then add up to one of the Moon Destroyer and Kamehamehas, which we don't play, but essentially it's a 1 cost that I can tap another energy for to take another life. So it helps us self-awaken, and that's realistically all it's there for. Next up, we have the martial, or 2 different super combos. So we play the Chi-Chi and we play the Goku just for 2 splits. They don't have a leader color requirement. You just need a World Tournament leader. So that's why we play it, and it also helps, you know, kind of fix some numbers in a sense with our colors. So we have 3 yellow and 4 green to be able to use our leader, our Unison's ultimate. You know, kind of skipping, you know, some cards. We got the Test of Strength Oob and the Test of Strength Son Goku at 2 ofs. You're really only going to be playing this card as spot removal. So, you know, sometimes you can just end the game with it for, you know, 3 energy. Obviously, you know, if you play the Goku essentially plays the Oob, and then when the Oob comes into play, you get to snipe 2 guys. So it's really, really good. The Hercule and Pan Proudest Daughter Grandpa combo. So, you know, obviously when the Hercule is in play, when you play the Pan, you get to draw 2 cards, and at the end of your turn, untap an energy. And while Pan is in play, or while Hercule is in play, the Pan now has, I think, plus 10k double strike. So it's a really, really strong combo that you can now play because of your new leaders, like updated card text. And also, the Pan has dual attack as well, so that's really, really good. The Videl is the power booster that helps you play the Hercule and Pan on turn 2. So essentially, the pretty much game plan is to go Dende turn 1, search the Videl if you have the Hercule in hand. Then you can combo off the Dende, play the Videl for 2 energy, and then play the Hercule from your hand, end of your turn, play the Pan, draw 2 cards, untap an energy. So it's really, really strong. And if you have no battle cards in play, for those that don't know, you can play this for 2 energy, even though it's a 4-drop. Next up, we got the Vegeta and the Gohan, or Goku Jr. combo. So the Vegeta, he has an activate main. You can bottom deck him to draw a card, and then the Goku, when he comes into play, he allows you to play the Vegeta from the bottom of your deck if he's there. And then you can essentially, it lets you, they're both essentially dual attackers, so you can attack with the Goku, attack with the Vegeta, use the Goku to restand the Vegeta, and then the Vegeta will restand the Goku, and you get to untap an energy at the end of your turn. So that's really, really strong. Gives you 2 19k guys. One of them is crit, the other is double strike. And then next up, we play 2 King Piccolos. Essentially what he is he just helps you finish games. So he's a 20k double striker. But his activate main is you pick 2 World Tournament battle cards in your battle area. You negate their skills, put them into the drop area, play them from your hand. You can only do it once per turn, essentially. So it just helps you finish games. And the last 3 cards, we play the Bobbity Mastermind. Essentially what he does is, you know, when he comes into play, you put a card from your hand on top of your deck, play the Vegeta from your deck, and then when the Vegeta is played, Vegeta will KO the Babidi, which triggers the Goku in hand to free play the Goku, and then you're, you know, and that's pretty much, you know, how you finish games. They're both 25k triple strikers, and if you have either or in play while the other is in play, they both gain 10k. The Vegeta, however, after you KO the battle card that's in play, he can your opponent can no longer activate blockers. So it's, you know, really good in certain, you know, situations. Like a lot of these cards are, you know, really strong. They combo really well with each other. Not needing any like color requirements opens you up to so much different stuff. As I said before, we can now play the Hercule, you know, Pan combo, which is really dope. You can also add in, you know, potentially like the Tien Shinhan Mercenary Tao combo. You can add in the Destined Conclusion Hero with Piccolo combo. There's so many different, you know, options that you can play. This is just, you know, kind of this specific version of the deck just has multiple ways to finish the game. So you have your unison finisher, you have your Pan, which is just a lot of pressure on board because it's a dual attack double striker. That's 25k. You have your Goku Oobs, which can be spot removal into finishers. You have your Scion combo, which is also a great way to finish the game. Your King Piccolo can clean up a game if your opponent has too many negates. Then you also still have your Supreme Showdown combo, which obviously can end the game. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this deck profile, you know, kind of just me talking about the deck. Subscribe to the channel. Also check out my channel as well. Links should be in the description. Peace.